And Dr. Kwele, the points that you brought up about some people trying to be clever by half, I'm sure the authorities, the education authorities, they must they must have standard procedures for evaluating, measuring special children with special cognition. I mean, I think in the abroad, I think there's something called Mensa, where that's how you can know if a child is a genius or not. Let's face it, if a child in his early teens, if a child at the age of 12 or 13 is able to solve university level mathematical problems, surely there must be a system that will measure that this one is not a normal child. We need to handle this one differently so as not to hold him back. The minister said all these cases are known and have been prepared for. Are you satisfied that we have what it takes to police that area that is your concern well enough?
I think yes. There are several mechanisms and methodology to evaluate a gifted child. There is a scientific approach where there are scientific measures that are undertaken to prove the genuineness of the child, if it's a genius or not. There also, the oral interview methodology, where someone will sit down and just talk to the child, and you can pick up the pieces of the talent of this particular child. I mean, I have a 8-year-old boy that reasons like a 15-year-old, and my son can engage you in conversation. So you just know that this guy has something that is extraordinary. I mean, at 8, he's playing football with other children who are like 15, So you just know it when you meet a child like that. And my son can sit down and name 50 best players across the world, So such gifted children, there are methodologies to know their areas of strength. And I think all of that must be taken into consideration. I think the current Minister of Education, unfortunately, I haven't been able to meet with him, seems to be very serious-minded, strategic in his thinking, and I pray that he will be strategic in his acting. So that said, there are yardsticks to measuring those things. And but besides, when you speak to a child who is a genius, you just know it by what that child is saying and what that child is doing. So of those measures, if they implement them, then we'll be able to stem the tide of these corrupt parents who wants to impose their child or claim that child is not what the child is, So there must be a moral high ground for parents who are going to get involved in this claim. And I think also, I know for sure, because I'm one of the special needs or special needs invigilators for the special examination. So there's a way we tackle this thing, and we're able to pick up students who are exceptionally gifted, and every provision to ensure that their gift is fully maximized. We follow that, So that said, I am sure if they implement all of these measures, we should be able to probably ensure that some crooked parents, and I'm not saying every parent is, but there are some bad parents who wants to push their children, people who believe in the so-called miracle center. They would rather pay money for their child to pass exam instead of allowing their child to go through the process. I have a word a few years ago. She didn't pass JAM, even though I know Professor Oluyode and everything. I didn't have to go to them, and I said, "Go back, receipt," and he did, and he's in the university as we speak. So these are, facts of the matter. These are real tested cases, and I think all of that should be activated. Again, I think it's a very good policy. Don't worry if you're a viewer thinking about implementation. Implementation will be a smooth sail. Besides, this is an opportunity for NGOs, my organizations, other organizations that are working within the education space to really interrogate the matter and begin to create your own mechanism and yardstick to pursue this thing so that we can help government get this thing done instead of just being critical and you don't have a constructive, your criticism may not be constructive and you don't have a solution. This is my take. I believe that if I find a problem, I should find a solution before I start talking about that problem. And that has been my strategy. I don't just criticize what government is not doing well. I also provide solutions. And the solution here is the NGOs, those in the education sector, the international community. We need to work together hand in hand to ensure that this is a successful policy and in terms of implementation.
Okay.
And even on
Dr. Nema,